The interview for tomorrow is confirmed. 10 a.m.
At the World Trade, it is hoped that they will find a global solution to a global problem.
The people call for a total revamp of the system.
What stops you at that point? Is it fear of death or love of life?
Ooh, yeah, I've had very bad depression, yeah, which a lot of people deal with at certain points. What stops you killing yourself? Yeah, I would like to tell you that there was a glimmer of hope there, but there wasn't at that time, no. I remember driving and seeing the bridge and thinking I could do this.
Mr. President, people close to you, for instance, your half brother or your narcotics minister, are alleged by the United States to be involved in or in profit with the heroin trafficking. What do you do? How can your administration be taken seriously when such accusations are out there in public?
Yes. I contacted US officials on this repeatedly. Not once, not twice, not thrice, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times, even more. And wrote to them officially if they have anything, any evidence on that, they should come to tell me. They always came to say that this was all rumors.
If you were to win this war, how would you reconcile with your people after everything that has happened?
If the Syrian people are against me, how can I be here?
It's not just the West that opposes you at this point. You have so many enemies in the Arab world. Why? And that's to say, like 2 years ago, when someone heard your name in the Arab world, they would straighten their ties. And now on the first occasion, they betray you. Why do you have so many enemies in the Arab world?
The majority of the Arab governments support Syria in their heart.
Security state is not really a state religion that can't be questioned, and if you question it, then you're not loyal, right? I mean, are you saying?
No, not at all.
It seems like you break into my home, you listen to my phone calls, you intercept my emails, my private SMSs, without telling me you're doing that, and you're labeling all of that as war on terror. I mean, can you really not fight war or terror and protect privacy, my privacy?
Well, I think the president was right when he said responsible governments have to make choices. You can't have absolute privacy and absolute security. There always has to be a balance between the two.
So you have said recently, and this is your quote, the political union does not work for Scotland anymore. It holds Scotland back and imperils our future. What is so wrong with remaining within the UK?
Well, the first argument's a democratic one. I'm 58 years old. For 2/3 of my life, Scotland has not had the governments we vote for. For 2/3 of my entire lifetime, Scotland has voted in one direction, England has voted in a different direction.
I spoke to a British mercenary who also fought in Africa when he was younger, Simon Mann. I don't know if you've heard of him. And he told me that he viewed child soldiers just like any other soldiers. Now, when you were fighting, did you feel your enemies were like just normal soldiers, so you the same way despite your age?
The reason why they like using child soldiers is because they don't have plans. They don't have children, so they don't have idea of the future. So they can actually scream and go forward.
You've said that your men were guards, not investigators. They shoot to kill and don't check the pulse. And that's from your book. That's a direct quote. What gave you the right to behave in that way?
Well, look, they're performing a defensive mission. So, you know, every day between Iraq and Afghanistan, the company did more than 100,000 missions, protective missions, and no one under our care was ever killed or injured. And each time there was an event where our men had to use their weapons. It was documented, and of all those times they had to use the weapons, it still comes out to less than 0.5% of those incidents. So the idea that they were trigger happy is not accurate.
2 years ago, you said Germany and Poland had conspired against Belarus. What conspiracy did you mean, and what do they want from Belarus?
I do remember it was right before the election. The German foreign minister came to visit. It was a high-profile visit. As for Poland...
Was it when the foreign minister was offended by your comment regarding his sexual orientation?
Right, on his being gay. But why take it hard, if that's what you are?
Did you know he was gay when you were talking to him?
No, I didn't. I had no idea at the time. My staff included it in the memo, but I didn't finish reading it.
But why did you even bring up the subject?
I didn't. They did. Sikorsky did. And I simply responded. He kept asking questions like, Moscow banned the gay pride parade. Would you ban it if your people wanted one? I replied, you know, I probably wouldn't let them do it downtown. I'd have them parade somewhere on the outskirts. Let other people watch, maybe say something. I basically don't mind lesbians. But I definitely do mind the gays. Why? Because women turn gay only when we, the guys, are not good enough.